Morning.
Morning. How's your head?
Oh, battered, but not unbowed. Turned away for a split second and pow! Always underestimating the lower primates.
Guess that's one reason that Cruz wanted to take him in instead of you.
Well, I thought I was doing Cruz a favor by making the arrest on Angel. There's no telling what he would have done if he'd gotten his hands on him.
Mason, I'm worried. I really am.
I don't blame Cruz for being enraged that a creep like Angel would string out a good kid like Danny.
Mason, you understand. It didn't start with Angel. It didn't start with Danny. The anger in Cruz started before that. It started with me.
I think we're all aware of that, Eden. Don't you think it might be time for one of you to relent? Hmm?
I need you, Keith. Where are you? What do you mean you're not telling me? Come on. Look, I need somebody I can trust. I can barely trust you. Just get back here as soon as you can. All right, all right. Hold on till you get here. Bye.
Was that Angel?
No, it was Keith. The last time I heard anything about Angel, I let you know that he was at the Orient Express. If you let him get away, that's your problem.
Hey, don't blame me for that. Blame Mason.
Fine. I'll blame you both. But it's not going to do Angel much good to get in touch with me. Since the last time he did, I turned him in, and he knows it. I'm sure that didn't put him in a very good mood.
Well, the next time he tries to get in touch with you, let me know about it immediately. You got that?
All right, as long as he's not holding a knife to my neck, I'd be happy to oblige.
Now, maybe it's time you did something about your lousy taste in friends, Gina.
Thanks for the advice.
Hey, no problem. I love giving you advice. Now, who was that on the phone again?
I told you it was Keith.
Keith, huh? Better not be
Cruz!
Where is he off to in such a hurry?
I don't know. Probably driven away by the new lady of the house.
Do you have to say that?
I'm sorry. It just seems like, the closer we get to this thing, the more it seems like a bad idea.
It's breakfast, Ted. Just breakfast.
It's never just anything with Gina, Hayley.
Okay, you're right. You can look for the poison in the orange juice.
Yeah, I actually think she's doing this for the heck of it, for the fun of it.
She is making an effort. She doesn't think being married to your father has to be total misery, so she's trying to reach out to you, and especially your father.
Oh, and that's where my job comes in, right? I gotta talk to my dad, convince him that Gina is a good person.
She is not going to ask that of you.
Well, what does she want me here for? Otherwise, she'd just ask you for yourself.
Maybe she thinks of you and I being married as some sort of symbol.
What?
A symbol of the two families joining together to establish some sort of harmony.
Yeah, we're a terrific example of that.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking about.
Wait a minute. Look at this. I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, we're talking about harmony in the middle of an argument.
An argument I didn't start.
That's true.
All right, Ted. Don't have breakfast with us. I will make up some sort of excuse.
Forget it. No, you're right. I mean, like you said, it's just breakfast. Just breakfast.
I feel guilty.
About what?
Well, I woke up happy this morning. Thinking about our...
Potential offspring?
Yes, I found myself sort of excited about the fact that at this very moment I could be a mother-to-be, thanks in a very great part to you. So I guess you were the first person I thought of this morning.
And that makes you feel guilty?
Yes. No, I mean, not the thought. I had an urge to call you. Just to bubble about it.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Then I called your office and talked to your secretary, who said that you were coming here to breakfast, and all of a sudden I found myself getting in the car and driving over here to eat breakfast, even though I never eat breakfast. And then when I saw you, I found myself acting as if I were going to run into you by accident.
And that's why you feel guilty?
Yes!
Well, you shouldn't. It's normal for you to want to share your feelings with somebody, and I happen to be closest to the issue, as it were.
We said that we were going to preserve each other's space, and I just want you to know that I am not going to be calling you all the time, and I am not going to be bumping into you accidentally on purpose. You know what I mean?
Well, once is hardly all the time, Julia.
I'm being ridiculous. Humor me.
Well, no, you just want to make sure that we don't misinterpret each other's actions, and I appreciate that. But I think it's important that we stay in close touch for a while, anyway.
You do?
Well, yeah. From what I've heard, pregnancy is something of a hormonal roller coaster. You're going to be going through a lot of changes emotionally and physically, and I think it's important for you to know that there's somebody you can talk to if you need to.
Well, thank you. But I'm a big girl, and I'm not going to call you every time I have a twinge of morning sickness.
Speaking of which, shouldn't you be eating breakfast regularly now? At least a glass of milk?
Oh, I hate milk.
Waiter, I'll have another orange juice and a glass of milk for the lady, dear.
Yes, sir.
Victoria Lane.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to keep you if you want to go over there and say hello.
Oh, you're not getting out of it that easily.
What?
The milk. I'm going to stick around and make sure you finish it.
Thank you, Doctor. Well, the cleaner bill itself than I thought that you'd get.
Yeah. How do you like that, Courtney? All that belly aching, and all I got is a couple of bruised ribbies.
You didn't bellyache. You hardly complained at all. And besides, even those bruised ribs aren't enough to stay in the hospital. They do hurt.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor said you could take these.
Oh, no thanks. No worse tablets. I don't want to get knocked out.
Pearl, you could afford to get some rest right now.
I think I can afford to get back home.
Are you crazy? You shouldn't be going anywhere today.
I really think that Bryan would feel better, kids, if I cleared out. You know?
You didn't talk to him? You didn't get a chance to explain?
I did, sweetie. But he didn't listen to me.
Look, I realize that your independence is very important.
Let's stop pretending, okay? I mean, well, I'm not talking about privacy or independence or anything like that. It has to do with you. As long as you want to play house here, that's fine, but I don't consider this my house anymore.
Well, your father still lives here, Eden. Your mom's just down at the guest house.
Well, they don't think of it as their house either.
Look, you're probably right. But I think if you moved in, it would be a considerable improvement. I know how happy it would make your father.
You don't give a damn about what was good for my dad.
Aren't you even listening to what she's saying, Ted?
Look, I know I've made some mistakes, and it's probably a little late, but I'm trying to do better, be better. Bring this family together. I mean, this is a big, beautiful house. We should all try to live together in harmony and get along if we can.
I'd like to.
Yeah, we'll dream on. All right, too many things have happened. This forgiving and forgetting is just not going to work out. I don't even know how you can trust her about all she's done to you.
Let's not bring that up right now, please.
You know, Ted, you sound just like your father.
Well, you know, my father's right about some things. And this is one of them.
He's right. You have plenty of reason to be mad at me.
I'm afraid he does, too.
I guess I shouldn't have sprung it on him like that. It's only natural he would reject it at first, but maybe if we give him some time. It's not you, Hayley. Like he said, it's because of me.
We don't seem to agree on anything these days.
Everybody says the first year's the hardest.
Oh, Gina, that's for normal couples. We are not a normal couple. We married for all the wrong reasons.
Don't be so negative, Hayley. I mean, you two could work things out if you really wanted to. If Cece and I still have a chance, anybody can work anything out.
I don't think you are a good example, Gina, and I don't see how you can believe that you...
Well, of course I believe it. Why do you think I'm trying to get this family back together? If Cece realizes how important that is to me, maybe he'll see me in a new light.
Gina.
And it would help me if you were here. Because sometimes I get so discouraged, you could cheer me up.
You are beating your head against a brick wall.
I thought you agreed with me. I thought you saw that maybe we could have some peace in this family.
I hope so, too. But we can only do so much and go so far, and I certainly don't think...
What's the matter?
Look.
Angel, just stop it. Get away. Go away. I can't help you. Get out of here.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Much better than the basket case that you met on the roof the other night. Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking is, are you happy about your decision to stay?
About not going back to L.A., yes. But I think I'm going to need to get away for a while to put some perspective on things.
Sometimes that's the best way.
A friend of mine suggested a sort of a religious retreat somewhere around Monterey, but I'm not sure that's for me. That sounds a little strange.
Well, if it's anything like the one I've been to, you won't feel strange at all. You'll be welcomed without expectations or requirements. Time will be your own.
You been to a place like that?
Yeah, St. Anne's Convent. A friend of mine had some close ties there, and when I visited, I understood why. There was one person in particular, a Mother Isabel, a remarkable woman. She had advice if you wanted it, and an uncanny ability to see who a person really was beneath the surface. I don't know if you want to talk to anybody.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will. I can't quite picture you in a convent. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I never would have even known about it if it hadn't been for my friend. Before her, I never trusted people who gravitated toward a religious life. I felt like they were running from reality. So.
Well, some of them are, but some of them are also the most incredible activists I've ever met.
You sound like you might have some first-hand knowledge yourself.
Well, no, I did some research on a part.
What kind of part?
Oh, I did a movie called The Cathedral Murders a couple years back. I did some research at a convent in Los Angeles. I spent some time with the sisters. Oh, it was a wonderful place, full of energy and ideas.
Yeah, St. Anne, the same way. I could call Mother Isabel. If you're interested. It's a lot easier to get to than Monterey.
It's very kind of you.
Don't mention it.
Why, though?
What do you mean?
Well, why are you doing this? We talked about it before. You're Eden's brother. You must be aware that most of her unhappiness she thinks is my fault.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Well, then why are you doing this?
My friend, the one who took me there, it's something she would have done.
Then I owe her many thanks.
Do you need any help?
Oh, no, I'll manage.
Don't you get tired of just managing?
Well, I think he'll finally sleep for a while. I persuaded him to take one of those pills.
He doesn't want to admit how much it hurt.
The doctor said that Mike would be okay, right?
Oh, physically, he'll be fine.
And there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, I see. You patch up your brother and then you kick him out, and it's supposed to be as though you never knew each other.
We never did.
Pearl loves you. He checked himself into hell for you. You remember what that hospital was like, Brian? But your brother stayed with nobody forcing him. Day after day, week after week, he was willing to go through anything to find out what happened to you. Doesn't that count for anything?
Yeah, maybe it means that he had a lot of guilt and he was trying to get rid of it.
That is not fair. There were plenty of other ways for him to deal with his guilt. He could have forgotten about you, but he didn't. He put his entire life on hold.
Yeah, why didn't ask him to do that?
I'm going to take that walk.
Courtney and I just don't understand why you have to hate him so much.
I don't want to hate him, Alice. You know, so I tried another way. So I tried to live alone. You know, so I didn't have to have anyone to depend on so no one would betray me, and that's what works for me.
You know, that's what I did when I thought you were dead. I wanted to be alone, too. See, I couldn't run away like you did, so I just stopped talking. That way nobody could get close to me and I wouldn't get hurt. But you see, I look back now and I find that I didn't just stop talking. I stopped living.
But I haven't stopped living. I mean, I've got a full life. I've got the mountains and the sky and my work, and I am happy.
You know, if you had been like this when we'd first met, we would never have been friends. You would never have reached out to me or helped me. That is very sad.
Everyone changes, Alice. It doesn't have to be sad. It's just different.
You trusted me. I trusted you. Doesn't that count for anything?
Alice, you have moved along. You were doing fine without me.
Yes, but now you're here. And I remember so much. I can't help it. I still care.
Go home. All right? Okay. I mean, you forget about me, right? Everything will be fine. You'll be better for that.
Don't tell me what's better. It took me a long time to know what was best for me, and I didn't find out by hiding from you or from anybody else.
I'm not the same man, all right? I don't know what you want.
But you are the same man. You've just buried it somewhere, but it's still there. You just have to be brave enough to let it out. I know because I've done it.
We're gonna need more wood. Better go out and get some.
Don't walk away.
You're gonna wake Michael.
You walked away before. I want to know why. Why didn't you come back for me?
Are you crazy? Cruz was just here less than an hour ago looking for you.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw him leave.
You should be miles from here by now. The longer you stay in Santa Barbara, the more likely it is you're going to get caught.
I'm not going anywhere without my $150,000. Then I'm out of this town, out of this state, out of this country. No, I don't believe you, Gina. I mean, you promised me. And by God, you're going to deliver. You hear me?
What's going on here?
You know, Anna and I had a deal. We were supposed to meet at the Orient Express last night. And when I get there, I find this DA getting ready to arrest me.
Look, Angel, I didn't double-cross you. I tried to get there, but I got hung up and there was no way to reach you.
You are lying. You've always been a liar, Gina. Okay, look. I'm gonna deliver.
I'll get you your money. I've got all the cash together. Why would I have bothered gathering all that money, as hard as it was to get, if I was going to rat on you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for whatever the reason, there's been a change in weather. I tried collecting the check now, and they'll pick me up for sure. So I need the whole $150,000 in cash.
Wait a minute. You said $50,000 in cash. How am I supposed to get another 100 without making Cruz and my husband suspicious?
We're just gonna have to find a way, dragon lady.
Stop it! Leave her alone!
Shut up, Hayley.
Okay. You better not let him catch you here.
No, you better not, because I'm not going anywhere without my money. Hey, stop her, will you? Stop. That's very smart. You don't want to get me arrested, okay? Because if they put me away, it'd be maybe for a year, not much longer. And you want your little aunt here to live longer than that, don't you, Hayley?
Huh? Look, just give me a couple of hours, okay? Let me just figure this out. Ted, look, the door seems to be jammed. I'm sorry, we can't get it open yet. Maybe you could get a locksmith or something.
Is Hayley in there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, look, just give me a couple hours to figure things out, and I'll hide you, okay?
When you hide me, what are you doing?
In here.
What the hell is that?
It's a tunnel. You'll be safe. Get in. Get in here. Why did you stop again? Why did you promise him money? Give me a favor. Look, don't worry. He just talks like that. He's not going to hurt me. He doesn't mean any harm. Are you for real?
Well, that's working okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Ted, but we just couldn't get it open before.
I just came by to apologize for walking on you like that, man. I shouldn't have done that.
It's all right. Hayley was just saying she was sorry she didn't go with you. Even my niece has no use for me.
You want to go then?
I guess.
didn't tell Ted. I told you I'd protect you, but you have to cooperate.
Okay, fine. But I'm not going to stay inside that tunnel forever.
All right. I'll think of another place, but the most important thing is that you keep out of Cruz's sight. Who knows what he'll do if he finds you?
I know what he'll do. It's not good.
Somebody's coming. You better get in there. Come on. Meyson. Oh, what's that?
I'd like some privacy, if you don't mind, Gina.
Look, well, why don't you go home? I have some work to do.
I'll keep the volume low.
What are you doing? You watching a movie?
What it looks like.
In the middle of the day? Don't you have an office to go to? I thought you had a job.
I thought you said you had work to do.
I do. Just some, correspondence. Nothing too pressing.
Telling your friends what a wonderful time you're having in the old Capwell household, huh? The fun, the laughter.
It's gonna get better, Meyson. I'm not gonna give up trying.
Wise up, Gina. This family despises you. You're not gonna win anybody over no matter what you do. You're lucky you're still alive.
Well, don't get carried away. I don't lay awake at night wondering if I'm gonna be murdered.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you're the only bona fide murderer in this family. Not so long ago, when we thought you'd been killed, you'd be amazed at the people that lined up wanting to take the credit.
You know, I don't understand this. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and you come in and start insulting me. Why?
I told you, I came here to be alone. I'd appreciate your doing your letter writing somewhere else.
But Meyson...
I'm not asking you, Gina. I'm telling you.
All right. I don't want to be in the same room as you anyway.
Help me to put aside the memories of my old life and my old love, and give me the courage to begin again.
Glad you could come. It's been a long time.
I almost didn't, Danny. I mean, I didn't know what to say.
Like always. Say what you feel.
Okay. Danny, I feel like the Danny I used to know somebody else. I mean, he wouldn't have let himself get caught up in drugs this way. And what happened?
I don't know. Just to join it first now and then. Kind of get away from it. And then I don't know what happened. Tried to go to college. And then every job interview I'd go on, I'd get the door slammed in my face. It was like every step forward was 2 steps back. I'd get angry at the world. It was like everybody was telling me I wasn't worth a thing. Needed to find a way to feel good about myself. Not making excuses. Maybe I am.
Yeah, I'm just glad you didn't get yourself killed.
I'll get out of here. We'll go windsurfing.
Hey.
How you doing, man? Okay, I guess. Doctor hasn't been around yet.
Oh, it's still early, you know. He'll be around.
I don't think he wants to give me an answer about my legs. He keeps saying, we'll wait and see. Think maybe he doesn't want to tell me something?
No, hey, you know, doctors, they never want to say what they're thinking, you know? Look, man, I'm so sorry this happened.
You were just protecting yourself. Guy in a mask with a gun. What else were you to do?
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going after Angel.
And when I find them, which is gonna be soon, I'm gonna make him pay.
You talking about Angel Ramirez?
Yeah, he was a supplier. And Danny owed him a lot of money, and he was pushing hard for it. That's why.
Thank God.
And that's all I can tell you for the moment. We need more tests. But frankly, I'm not optimistic.
I see. Well, thank you for taking your time, and as I said before, my father would like to help out financially. I mean, I've known Danny since he was a little boy. He has a lot of courage.
He's going to have to use it.
Runner, report to the second floor deck. First Runner.
I came to see Danny.
Ted and Hayley are in the window.
I just spoke to the doctor. He said they need more tests.
What did he say Danny's chances are?
He didn't say. He just said he wasn't very optimistic.
Pray to God there's no paralysis.
We all do. I wish there was something I could say or do for Danny or you.
To say there's only one thing to do, and that's to make that piece of human filth suffer the way Danny's suffering now.
Cruz, don't do anything crazy.
Dr. Ross, please call him Cedric.
Hey, what are you doing here? You come to see Danny?
Yeah. But he looks like he's had his share of visitors this morning.
Well, he has, but I'm sure he'd love to see you, though. Come on up.
Oh, no, that's all right. I'll come back some other time.
Hey, wait a minute. What's the matter?
Report to second floor deck. Here's Bryan.
What was that all about, Danny, or what? Maybe she saw Cruz living before. Hayley, you all right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Hospitals do that to me, too. Listen, Hayley, I really appreciate you coming here with me. I mean, Danny was my best friend. He still is. I don't know. I get to thinking that you and I, we've got a lot ahead of us. I think. And Danny was telling me how he feels like he doesn't have much of a future. You know, and now that he might not be able to walk, it looks even worse for him.
Ted, I've got to talk to you.
What?
I know where Angel Ramirez is.
You know where he is? How do
He
you...
came to see Gina. He was yelling about money she owes him. I don't know what that was about, but he's hiding at your father's study.
Was he there? Wait a minute. Was he there when I walked in there?
Yes, she opened some bookcase, and he's in some sort of tunnel.
Why didn't you tell me this when Cruz was just here?
I couldn't. See, she'll get into some sort of trouble, Ted.
You always are protecting Gina. I can't believe this.
He's gonna hurt her.
No, not if I can help it. Yes, listen, this is Ted Capwell. I need to leave a message for Cruz Castillo. Okay, tell him to meet me at my father's house as soon as possible. It's very urgent. It's about Angel Ramirez. Thank you.
So please, leave it up to Cruz. Don't go.
No, look, he could take forever before he gets that message. Now, I can't wait.
Ted, he's dangerous.
All right. This is a special place.
A lot of memories.
Not sad ones, I hope.
How long have I been asleep?
Not long enough.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be fine. Time to get going.
You might as well not rush it as long as you're in pain, Michael.
The ribs are the least of it. Look at... Courtney, would you do me a favor and just load up the car, okay? Can you tell me where Alice is?
Yeah, she's outside already.
Well, tell her that it's time to hit the trail. All right?
All right, I will if you're sure.
I'm sure. Oh, usually when I say goodbye to somebody, it's like, so long, I'll see you later, but in this case, it's so final that I really don't know what to say.
You don't have to make things so complicated.
I'm not trying to complicate anything. I just want to be simple. We were brothers. We are. We should act like that. I mean, a family.
I have had enough of family.
Why do you keep lumping me with the rest of those people? I mean, I could see it, Brian, if I looked the same, if I sounded the same, if I made the same mistakes, but for the love of God, would you look at me now? Would you just look at me now? Who I am now is exactly the opposite of who I used to be in Boston. I rejected it all, just like you did. I changed my name, my voice, my style. I found out what's really important. You know that? Really important.
You know, you may have been my older brother, Michael, but you've never grown up. You say that you reject our family and what they stand for. Okay, but you are secretly lost without them. You can't stand on your own. You never have been able to. So you come with me and look at me to be the family, right? And you want me to tell you that it's okay. Well, I'm sorry, Michael. I cannot do that.
I'm not asking to say that it's okay. I'm not here to offer you a job. What? I'm just offering you my hand in friendship. But I see that you've forgotten about that too, huh?
Friends are something that you can count on, Michael. And you were never any good at that. That wasn't one of your strong points.
You ever made a mistake with somebody? You ever disappointed someone that really, really relied on you? I can see, obviously, I'm not going to change your mind, but there's one thing that I want to do before I open that door and leave. And that is tell you that I love you. Some things, they never change. You're my kid brother. And I love you.
I was gonna do what you say. Go home and forget. I don't know how to do that.
Thank you so much for allowing me to stay here on such short notice.
We have plenty of room. Stay as long as you like.
Thank you. And Mason, thank you for bringing me here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Sister Marguerite will show you to your room.
All right, thank you. I'll be in touch, Mason. Excuse me.
Your friend is very lovely. An actress, she said?
Yeah, I don't really know her all that well, but we were talking and she confided in me how upset and confused she was. I thought this might be a way for her to find some peace.
She reminds you of Mary.
Victoria? No. No, she's a completely different person. Totally different lives.
But there's something from within her that touches you. I saw it too, Mason. It struck me immediately.
You think so?
Well, you say you hardly know the woman, and yet you go out of your way to bring her to a place you know was very special to Mary. There's got to be a reason for that.
You may be right. It's just hard for me to compare Mary to anyone.
I can't tell you how often I've thought of you since she died. For some people, love seems to come very easily. But with you, I sensed that Mary had unlocked something that had been hidden most of your life.
And now it's gone right back undercover.
I think Mary would want you to find that for yourself again someday. It won't be easy, but I hope very much that you do.
Why didn't you go with your first instincts, Alice? Go with your friends.
You're my friend, too.
No, maybe once. I cannot. I am not good for you right now.
I owe you something. Can't you see that?
No, you don't owe me anything.
Look, when we were in the hospital together, you saved me. Nobody could get through to me. Nobody mattered until you. Life didn't matter until you.
Don't give me magic powers.
But it is magical. Love is always a little bit of magic, isn't it? I'm not ashamed to say it, Brian. You showed me what love was. After you left, I made myself forget for a while, but the memory was still there. And that's the reason that I was able to come back to the real world, and for that, I owe you.
No, look, at anything you owe me, any debts you owe me, they're in your mind. I mean, even if they were real, they have been repaid 1,000 times over.
Oh, please, why don't you let me help you? The memory is there for you, too. You just pushed it away because you're afraid. I love you, Brian.
No. Look, don't tell me that you love me. I do not want to hear that from anyone. Look, don't make me say things that I don't want to say. Please, would you go?
Took you long enough. Yeah. Expecting somebody else, huh? Well, you ran out of luck, pal. Hey, you remember me?
Get off me, man.
Yeah, you do remember me. Hey, we got a mutual acquaintance here, Danny Andrade. He's the one you filled up with drugs so much you went out and got himself shot.
Hey, look. I did not force feed the kid, okay? He's a big boy, you know?
You are a maggot. You're going to spend the rest of your life stuck to scum off a prison floor.
Look, let me just explain something, okay? I am not out to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to make a living, man.
Hurt anybody? You don't want to hurt anybody, do you? Our little friend, Danny, he's in a hospital right now with 2 legs that might not never move again. Oh, but that doesn't hurt you, huh? That's no big deal.
Maybe you should be having this conversation with your friend Castillo. He's the one who shot him.
Tell you what, he's going to be coming here any minute. You can have your little conversation with him yourself.
You know something? Just give him my regards, because I'm not going to be around to find me.
Damn! Cruz! He just went out the window, man. He's got a knife, though. Let's get his grave, man. Yeah, he's doing it.
Are you sure it was Inspector Castillo that you saw?
Yes, ma'am. He was following some tracks in the mud.
Well, then why didn't you go after him?
He wouldn't have it. He told me to back off.
What direction was he headed in?
For the monastery powerhouse.
He went out towards the powerhouse?
Yes, ma'am. But don't go out there. The inspector had his gun.
All the more reason.
I didn't think I'd still find you here.
I keep trying to leave, but don't seem to be able to.
I know, I already feel so comfortable.
Good, I'm glad.
No wonder your friend was happy here. You know, I've never seen a mural quite like this in a chapel before. It looks almost as if it was painted by children.
Yeah, most of it was.
Mason, this figure here, it looks as if it could be you.
Funny you should say that.
Why is it?
It's a self-portrait of sorts.
And the woman, is that your friend who brought you here?
Well, she didn't really bring me here. I sort of chased her. The pictures were meant to be a message. It's a long story.
What was her name?
Mary.
The same Mary that this is dedicated to?
Yeah.
She must have meant the world to you.
I don't think that quite covers it.
Oh, Mason, I'm sorry. This is the woman that died on the roof of the Capitol Hotel. It was Mary, wasn't it?
Cruz, I dropped it, man. What are you doing? Cruz, I dropped it. What are you doing, bro?
You know, I let you go once. A long time ago, Angel. You had a weapon and I could have blown you away, but I didn't. I started thinking about the old days. I got sentimental about your mama, about your brothers.
You can't do anything, man.
Why should I make the same mistake twice? Get on your knees.
What are you gonna do?
I said get on your damn knees now!
Don't shoot me, Cruz!
I'm Tom Brokaw. The arms dealings with Iran and the specter of a criminal investigation. What effect will this have on the Reagan administration? Tonight on NBC Nightly News.
And later tonight, get into the spirit of the season with Highway to Heaven. Then Nell falls victim to a scam. Can she calm